What's up, you guys? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the Low-Key Sule channel. This is the After Dark one. Now, if you guys don't know, I have an Instagram called Low-Key Sule. My DMs are always open to anyone except for minors. If you are underage, please do not hit me up in my DMs. I will block you. And I can usually tell because I'll see a couple of pictures and see like a high school bathroom or like a freaking high school hallway, and I'll just delete you. It is what it is. Yeah, because I don't want to ever be in no controversy. Like, I pray every time and manifest that I will have a good, pure YouTube career. But I'm also not like a weird, horny bastard anyway, so that like helps me. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm like an overly cautious person anyway. It is what it is. But I do want to let people know that, 18 plus, if you're 18 and over, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Loki Sule. I will respond and talk to you. We can talk about pretty much whatever you want. The biggest things I like to talk about is dream interpretation. I like to talk about astrology. I like to talk about lucid dreaming. I like to talk about pretty much anything that has to do with auras, frequencies, vibrations, manifestation, and dreams. It's just fun to talk about. Especially like lucid dreaming. I love lucid dreaming. I already showed you guys all my books. I even got like a new book right here that's basically on astrology and stuff like that. So with all that being said, I will also say this. Follow my Low-Key Sule 18 plus channel. That one's really strictly for the ladies because I'm going to be talking about sexual things on there. But I'm still going to try to keep it clean because I want to make sure that it's appropriate for YouTube. So I'm still going to be using like scientific words and censoring certain stuff and not getting too deep into detail because YouTube will take your stuff down or demonetize it. My other channel is Low-Key Sule, which is more of a dating channel, but I also might just upload whatever I want on that channel because if this channel gets to a point where I posted too many videos in one day and I can't post on this channel, I'll post on the other one. It is what it is. And I'm starting to think what I'll do is I'll post as much as I can on this channel in my free time. And then when this channel I can't post on it, put it on my other channel, Low-Key Sule. Then when I can't post on that one, put it on my 18 plus channel, which I'm probably going to end up making into a plug channel just for like extra random videos. But the only thing that sucks about the 18 plus channel is it's not verified. So my videos got to be super short. They can only be like, I believe the limit is 12 minutes. But with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what type of material, what type of videos you would like. I try to do current events, but like I said, I do find current events to be a little bit boring. It is what it is. A lot of this stuff I really don't find that interesting. Like, for example, there was the whole thing where if you're like, I believe you're 18 to 26, and now they can draft you into like the army or whatever if they want to. I'm 27, so hopefully they can't do that to me. Hopefully I'm 1 year over the line, but I have heard some people say 18 to 26, but I've also heard some people say 18 to 27, so hopefully they can't draft me because I don't want to go. But yeah, also follow my TikTok. Usually on TikTok, whatever is just on my mind at the time, I usually make videos. However, I do put a lot of my TikTok material onto this channel anyway, so most of it you get to watch on here already. Usually after I post it, I'll download the video and put it on my YouTube channel. But there's still some videos that I will not take from there and put here. Just because simply it's too long of a process. But I do want to get this channel up to about 1K videos. And like I said, we're on the road to 50 subscribers. So like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like about my channel. Tell me what you feel like I can improve in. I think I'm getting way better at just yapping and making a lot more sense in my videos, which is good. My talking has gotten a lot clearer. I make a lot more sense. It is what it is, and I'm extremely used to the camera now. So that's what's up. But yeah. And I also like spirituality as well. So if you do hit me up, we can always talk about spirituality, zodiac signs, whatever you want. I could be like your personal best friend. And I also want to say this because I always have like little video updates in my videos. We're going to be called the Guardian Angels. I really like that. That was like the name of my other channel, but I can't get into that channel. I got locked out of it. But if you guys find it, it's like a rare Pokemon. It's like rare Pokemon cards. If you find some of my old videos on there, then that's what's up. I mean, it is what it is. But with that being said, Guardian Angels, let's get into this video. Now, this video, again, this is more of my vlog channel and unscripted videos of things I like to just sit here and just randomly talk about. So one of the biggest things that I really like is going and shopping for books. And when I say books, I'm talking about actual novel books. I talk about books I like to shop for astrology books. I like to shop for dream books, aura books, mostly stuff on dreams because I freaking love dreams. Auras, anything that has to do with spirituality, manifestation, I usually shop for. But sometimes these books can get a little pricey. So I'm going to tell you guys like a lot of the places I like to go to find books for a cheap price. And this also includes mangas as well as comic books because I also love comic books. Now, the number one place to get the new releases is Barnes and Nobles. Okay, now we all know this. If you're a super nerd, you go to Barnes and Nobles all the time. Barnes and Nobles is the best place to go to get new releases and to find a lot of the volumes that might be missing at your smaller bookstores. Because 9 times out of 10, they usually have the stuff on display. They usually have all the volumes, usually, unless it's kind of like some kind of obscure manga or a book that's not really that big. But 9 times out of 10, Barnes and Nobles will have all your books. For example, if you're one of those people who really like the what's his name? If you're looking for like a very hard book to find, Barnes and Nobles usually has it. But that's the best place to get new releases and to find stuff like Sonic books, stuff like that. But it's not really cheap because everything is like brand new, at least from what I remember, because I haven't been there in a while. I moved, so there's a Barnes and Nobles down here, but I would have to literally go a town over to go to it. So it is what it is. But great place to find new releases, and if there's a book that you really, really want and they don't have it, you can actually order it online and it will come to the store. I've done that a couple of times. It is what it is. Next, of course, is Amazon. Amazon, you can literally find every single book you want. It is what it is. I always highly recommend Amazon because you can get it brand new or you can get it used. You get to choose the option. And 9 times out of 10, they usually have the books that you will like. Okay. So yeah, I'll start putting websites as well. Plus bookstores. There's also thrift books online, which thriftbooks.com, you can actually buy extremely cheap books. Whatever book you want, if you just really want a copy, you can find the book that you like for like $3. It is what it is. So that's a really perfect place to buy your stuff. And they usually have a lot of that old antique stuff. You know, a lot of us want to find old stuff like Inuyasha, stuff like that. If you're like 30 years old, if you're close to 30, or you're in your late 20s, early 30s to mid 30s, you probably want to find stuff like Inuyasha or stuff like City Hunter or maybe even Naruto or Cowboy Bebop. You know, you like stuff like that. Okay. That thrift books is a great spot to find those books. They have your mangas, they have your actual like novels, fantasy novels, your self-help books. They have all that stuff that you would like. Highly recommend thrift books. I've actually found that because a woman I used to work with, this little Latina woman, she told me about this book. She was hot as shit. Yeah, she was fine as hell. All the dudes were like obsessed with her or whatever. She was fine. Big titties. But with that being said, after that, we have, let's see, what do we have next? We have Second and Charles. Now, the funny thing is I used to call this place Second and Charlie's for some reason, but it's called Second and Charles. Second and Charles is a good place to find your comic books. They almost always have your comic books for an extremely cheap price. So you can go there. You can actually trade in your books, and they'll give you, I believe they give you 10% of the full price of the book. So if you bring in a book that was $10, they'll give you, I believe it's like, I want to say like $1 or like 75 cents. So it's kind of like a GameStop kind of deal. You know, you give them 300 books and then you might get like $100 back, which is good because you're basically just giving them books that you don't like no more or books that don't interest you. They also have used books there that are really good finds. I found a lot of Inuyasha books just to give you guys kind of an example. This is literally the greatest place to find Inuyasha because look at this freaking Inuyasha. This is just one of them. It literally looks brand new. Like literally, it's literally brand new looking. What the hell? Like it doesn't look old at all whatsoever. Inuyasha was just one of them, but I also got like used Kingdom Hearts books. It is what it is. You feel me? So there's that as well. But yeah, you can find a lot of stuff there. Let me see what else I want to show you guys. I do have another one. Just as I kind of like showing off my little books or whatever. But basically, I got all the like Inuyashas that they had, and I got them in like the big giant ones. So there's that. Hold on, I don't want to mess up the book. Yeah, so you can find those there. You could also find hentais there if you're a freak. If you're a little nasty, you can find some hentais. Um, I bought a few hentais from Second and Charles. I ain't gonna lie, I love hentais. It is what it is. I'm a hentai dude. I kind of want to get a hentai hat. That would be fire. I kind of want a PH hat too. If I remember correctly, my homie, he has a hentai hat. I want to get one of those. You know, because I'm a pervert within reason. But yeah, so good place to find your used books. And they usually have deals as well. So like, for example, I got this book I showed you guys in a past video, but they always have like bargain prices. So I got this book on auras and it was literally only around $10. You know, so it's literally a perfect place to go to find your books. The next place, which is one of my favorite places of all time, in California, not where I live now, but in those giant cities, one of the best places to buy books. You guys already know what I'm going to say. Freaking Goodwill. Goodwill, you could find books like this. You know, I've found, what's it called? I found Stephen King books in Goodwill, and I've also found manga in Goodwill, and I'll give you guys an even like a bigger example. I'm not going to grab all the books, but I literally found, hold on, give me a second. I literally found like all of the Pokemon mangas from Goodwill. Like, got this one, got this one. Let me see. This is the one my grandma bought me. I got this one. I got this one. What else do we have? Hold on, give me a second. Literally all of these freaking Pokemon books from freaking Goodwill. I found them all in the same freaking day. Look. Like I got so many Pokemon books from freaking Goodwill. Like what the hell? Because y'all know I'm a super nerd when it comes to Pokemon. I literally got all these things. Literally got a full collection of Pokemon books from Goodwill. It's literally the best place. If you live in like a big place like Houston or Dallas or like Atlanta, I would highly recommend Goodwill. They always have some good stuff every single time. Not where I live though. Where I live, the Goodwills out here are so garbage and it makes me mad and upset. I'm like, why are these places so garbage? It is what it is. I need to wipe down these books so they're getting dusty as hell. I hate how easily stuff gets dusty by just sitting. So Goodwill is literally your one-stop shop that's freaking amazing to get books, because when I was living in California, when I tell you there was this one Goodwill I used to go to, they used to have so much stuff. They would have like Pokemon cards for cheap inside like a tin. They would have like multiple different books. I've got so many self-help books from there. I've gotten Stephen King books from there, like the really expensive ones like It, I got from there. I got a couple of the Dark Tower books from there. Like I said, I got the Pokemon books from there. I got a lot of my books about dreams and stuff like that I got from there. Best place to find books. It is what it is. I even got a TV from there. It's in my mom's room. I literally got a cheap flat screen, one of the old school flat screens that when you turn it on, it has like the blue screen. Dude, Goodwill is like the best place ever. I will say this though, I got sad afterwards because what ended up happening is that one specific Goodwill, they like moved it to somewhere else. And I never went to the big one because they moved it to like a bigger store and it was like huger, but I never went in there. I wish I would have went in there and looked at it. But they ended up moving it from that spot. And then the one Goodwill that they kept over there ended up becoming like a furniture store where it was just furniture, which like bummed me out. I was like, oh, hold on. Close to work time. So that kind of bummed me out a little bit. I was like, no. And I never went in there. My mom's went in there hella times and said it was hella big and there's hella stuff. But I never got to go in there. I was like, damn. Because I know they had hella stuff. Because when they were on that one street, they had like Game Boys in there. And I'm mad because they had that stuff when I was like 16 and didn't have money. And then when I started getting hella money, it's like they wouldn't have like Game Boys and stuff like that in there. One of my homies, literally, he's like this little Mexican dude. He's probably like 32 now. I don't even know if he's a homie. He's kind of low-key fake. Most people are fake as hell. It just is what it is. They act like they're your homies when they're hanging out with just you. When they're hanging out with other people, they always switch up because, you know, motherfuckers ain't shit. Anyway, women do it too. Women and men both ain't shit. I am not an incel. I'm just telling you the truth about life. However, we had some good moments and he was a cool dude sometimes. Because he was a super nerd like me. He loves Pokemon. He was smart. He used to buy like Game Boys and DSs and stuff like that off of Craigslist. He used to buy like those 501 Game Boy cartridges. I mean, not Game Boy, DS cartridges. I actually have a couple of those, but they crashed because they do have time bombs. Believe it or not, people say they don't. Yes, they do. They literally all had time bombs. So with that being said, these are like some of your greatest stores, but I'm also gonna put a little bonus story. So 9 times out of 10, if you actually look around your neighborhood, you'll end up finding a thing that us black folks call a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall is more like a retro game store or like a quick stop that usually has better stuff. And when I said quick stop, I mean something like, a good place where you can find snacks for cheap or stuff like that. Black people, we call those hole in the walls. But there's also a hole in the walls for like nerdy stuff. And there's one comic book store that I found that was amazing that had Sonic Archie comics. He sells a lot of vintage retro stuff. Perfect place to buy comic books at. He had like a lot of the retro like DC comics and stuff like that, all the old Spider-Mans. He had them for pretty expensive. But these are good places to go if you're looking for your comic books, your rare comic books. They usually have little stores like that on the side. I would always recommend going to those random thrift stores that are literally called the thrift store because they may not be Goodwill. They may have a generic name, but those places usually have some good books as well. With that being said, I hope that you guys find you a good bookstore. I'm a huge book person, even though a lot of the time I don't have enough time to sit there and read a lot of them. I notice a lot of people do audiobooks. I also do a lot of audiobooks. Usually I'll have the physical copy, read a little bit of it, and also at the same time have the audiobook playing. So I'm one of those. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're a woman, subscribe more too. I need some more ladies. I know that my little bit of subscribers I think I have about 13 to 14 are probably all dudes. Ladies, follow my stuff as well. We need some more women on this channel. This channel is wholesome, and I try to keep it positive as possible. And I also want you guys to know that you're loved, you're cherished, you're appreciated. And that's actually coming from the heart. I try to keep my channel as genuine as possible, which is why I also will say that both men and women ain't shit, because 9 times out of 10 they ain't. It just is what it is. Most people on a day-to-day basis are trash. I'm just keeping it real. However, on the same end, I'm one of those weird people that also wants people to feel good about themselves and to have high self-confidence and self-assurance and feel like they can accomplish all their goals and anything that they put their minds to. That's just me. But I'm one of them people I also get kind of burnt out when I try to help people, and then for some reason they're still whining and complaining about their lives and talking about how horrible their lives is, like we all ain't stressed out about our own lives, But I also try to help them, as best as I can, but I also get drained very fast. I'm an Aquarius. That's just how it is. I want to show everybody love and affection and give them validation, but at the same time, people get on my nerves. It is what it is. But I want you guys to know that you're loved and you're cherished. I'll give you guys a virtual hug. And I hope you guardian angels. I hope you guys are doing good today. Let's try to be each other's guardian angels by giving each other trust, love, and appreciation. And like I said again, I love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow all my channels. Follow all my socials. Instagram, Loki Sule. TikTok, Loki Sule. My anime channel that you're on right now, Loki Sule After Dark. Pass it on to your friends. Give me some video recommendations. What do you guys want to hear videos on? Let me know. I'll actually take them into consideration. I'm a small channel, so do it now while I'm small, because if I get too big, I won't be able to read all your comments. Even if I still try to, I might get too big and get too blown up to where I can't do it. So, show love now, where I can actually talk to you on a personal level and get to know you and maybe even be friends. My other channels is Loki Sule, which is more like a dating channel. I haven't really posted anything on there recently. And then you got Loki Sule 18 Plus, which is my little freaky nasty channel where I really ain't posted nothing on there either, at all on that channel, because that channel is not verified. So I can't do long videos on that channel. Loki Sule I can do long videos on, but Loki Sule 18 Plus I can't do long videos on. But I hope you guys are having a good day. Peace and blessings. Take care. And always love yourself and follow your dreams. I know it's cliche, but just do it. People are going to always talk mess about you and make it seem like you are not going to follow your dreams. You're not going to be able to, do what you set out to want to do, because a lot of people are going from their own insecure mind. They not going to do it. So they want to push you down and make it seem like you can't do it, but you can. I know you can. Love you. Take care.